Okay. What we're talking about today is percent problems, and these are more like story problems. Please listen carefully because, well, let me write an example down. 32 ounces is 25% of a gallon. 32 ounces is 25% of a gallon. 32 ounces is 25% of a gallon. How many ounces is a gallon? Okay. I have found it very much easy when you do these sort of problems. It's probably best, and some of you won't have to do this, but that would only be maybe one or two of you this entire room. So, again, if you can do this without doing it my way, that's fine, but don't do it your way, get it wrong, and then say you don't understand. The best thing I've always figured out is that if you chart this out, just like equal ratios and equal fractions and percents, whatever, it's all kind of the same thing. Where this box is the percent, this is the actual, okay? And what are we doing? We're dividing the gallon really into a couple parts here. You've got one part that's 25%. You have one part that's 25%, the other part has to be 75%, and then you have the total down here that is 100%. That's all of it. Okay, so I'm really just comparing part 1 to part 2. Now the question is, where does 32 ounces go? Is 32 ounces the total? Is 32 ounces 75% of this, or is 32 ounces 25% of it? And the key, it tells you right here, 32 ounces is the part that goes with the 25%. 32 ounces goes here. Okay, and am I looking for what 75% is, or am I looking at how much a total is? I'm looking for this. If that's the case, this middle part is not needed at all, because you're just looking, you have this and you want to know that, so you don't, I mean, it's good to have it there, but it's not going to be used in your thing. This just makes equal fractions, which means 25 over this 100 equals 32 over what number here? And then you look at that and you say, well, that's not very nice. Well, when it's not very nice and you can't just look at it and figure it out, what's your first thought is to try to do what? Reduce it. Reduce. Can I reduce this fraction? Yes, I can. What 25 over 100 is the same as 1/4. So don't look at this anymore. Think about it as being 1/4. To go from 1 to 32, you multiply by 32. So 4 times what is 32? 4 times 32 is 128. Charlie,
Where'd you get 75?
what number added to 25 gives me 100%? I always know this, I always know all of it's 100%. So it's 25 plus what the other part is equals that. Kendall.
Going from 25 to 32, you multiply by 32 is 1/4.
Going from 25 to 32, I don't have a 25 anymore because I reduced this. Once I reduce this, get rid of this and don't even think about this anymore because it'll just confuse you.
So it's
Now
the
it's
same.
1/4 equals 32 over n. It's the same thing.
So, okay.
How?
So you just take whatever percent in the problem and put it in the part on the
Sure.
part.
Yeah, on the percent side. Here, let me give you another one. This one might make it more or worse. Shirts are on sale for 33 1/3% off. Here's where it gets a little goofy. $0.33 for 33 1/3% off. By the way, anytime you see 33 1/3%, what should stick in your head?
1/3.
1/3, thank you. How much off the regular price? This should be good for most people, because I'm sure most of people like a good sale. Unless you go to Kohl's where they give 80% off of something, but it's so high to begin with that 80, the 20% you pay actually is more than you pay. How much is saved on a $24 shirt? How much is saved on a 22, wait, did I say 24? $24 shirt. Now here's where you have to be careful here. Let me just throw this at you. Here's my box. This one is like a discount problem thing here, okay? Where, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Here's my percent, here's my actual. What are my percentages? I know that one is 33 1/3%, so the other one has to be 66 2/3% to give me the total of 100%. Now, here's what you have to think about. What is 33 1/3% and what is 66 2/3%? 33 1/3% is how much off? It is your discount. That's how much off. That means 66 2/3% is what percent you're paying. See, Taylor gets it when we talk about shopping. And this is total. If you take how much you get off plus how much you pay, that's how much the total was. Now, $24 is what? Is that what my discount was, how much off I got, how much I am paying, or what the price was before all was said and before anything started? A $24, how much off are you getting for a $24 shirt? That is how much the shirt began. Because they want to know how much off, so this has to be what you started with. Now, which one of these is the percent off? Am I getting that much off? Yeah. Now, here is where things get a little crazy for y'all. Because I have this. If I make my little fraction thing out of this, 33 1/3%, 33 1/3 over 100 equals what number over 24? And this is not a good thing right here. What do I do when I have a 33 1/3 over 100? Taylor seems like she has a suggestion.
Well, this is how I did. I reduced it. You reduce that to 1/3, and then you do 24 divided by 3.
And in actuality, that is perfect because you know that this is 1/3 of that. So if you divide this by 33 1/3 and that by 33 1/3, you actually get 1/3. And then 3 times what is 24? And 1 times 8 is, you got $8 off of that shirt. Well, not per se. That would be pretty much the easiest way probably to do it, knowing that 33 1/3 is 1/3 over 100.
So it's $8.
$8 off. How much did you actually pay then? $16. You got $8 off.
Alright, that's a terrible deal. That's embarrassing.
One more.
Good job. You should go on
She answered 23 of the 25 questions correctly. What percent did she answer correct? What percent is correct? You know, notice this time I'm not giving any of the percents, but I do know always one of the percents. This is my percent, this is the actual. Now what two things am I comparing here? I always know I have 100% here. You are putting together the incorrect with the corrects, and that gives you the total. How many correct did I get? 23. How many incorrect did I get?
20 or 2.
Oh.
2.
And how many total questions were there?
25.
So as long as you fill in the blanks right and think a little bit, you can't go wrong here. Now the question is, do they want to know what my incorrect percent was or what my correct percent was?
Correct.
And if it helps you, go ahead and put this fraction first. It doesn't matter which fraction you put first. So I would go 23, how about I'll find a place where this writes. 23 over 25 equals what number over 100? And that should be pretty simple, right? Because 25 times 4 is 100, 23 times 4 is, oops, 92. And that is your percent. What was your percent wrong?
8%.
8%, if you're filling in the block. Again, that's to me